Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Chasing the Monster podcast. We're here recapping the Red Sox series against the Reds. Unfortunately, the Reds got the best of the Red Sox in the series, taking the final two games, but the Red Sox did win the season opener. We're going to talk about all that, including a series preview against the Astros, which will be started tomorrow night. But before we get into any specifics here, Lewis, how are you doing? And what are your general thoughts?
Doing good, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like scared or panicking, but it's been two frustrating days, especially with Saturday's game. That's with that umpire, and oh my god, I haven't felt like I haven't got mad at someone like that in a while. Seeing like that's part of it, but like damn, that's how you know the Red Sox are back. But like it's crazy. It's crazy that like it's not game two, and game two of the season is literally this show. Because I don't know, man. I feel like I could have done a better job than I could literally just use one eye and do a better job than that guy. Like at some point, let's take him out. Like you know what I mean. And the big thing he was to him the last game today. That guy was still. I like every time they would show him, and he was like a third today. I was like, Gloria a Dios, literally. But yeah, like every time they showed them, something bad happened. Like today, literally, they showed them, boom, here comes a bomb. It's like that's crazy because Suarez actually hit a ground ball to third. It was foul, but the guy, the CB, I think his name is CB.
CB Buckner, yeah.
Yeah. So, they show him like saying foul ball, and it's like right there, boom, see ya. And I'm like, and I would literally imagine it. I'm like, bro, watch it like hit, like imagine he hits a home run. I literally said that in my head. Just because this guy has, I don't know, he gives bad vibes, and right there, boom. And I'm like, yeah. But yeah.
That's your
What
boy.
about you?
That's your boy, Eugenio Suarez.
He only got like 2 singles in this series. One that didn't even matter, and the other one literally. Why, sir? I don't know what he's thinking about, man. He's in the moon.
Let me, in the spirit of trying to keep this positive, me and Lewis were talking about right before we started recording, wanting to be more positive even in a series we lose. So I'm going to focus a lot on that first game. I think that is the formula for how the Red Sox are going to win games this year. That first game, we won that first game 3-0. I think that game was just perfect in terms of dominant starting pitching, which we're going to expect from our rotation this year, from all five guys. Timely offense, especially coming from a guy like Marcelo Meyer, who came off the bench, which we'll talk about more in a bit. And just, good. Literally just those two things. I was thinking I had a third thing in my mind, but just timely offense, timely decisions, pinch hitting Meyer for IKF in that situation was clutch. I just think that's how we're going to win games. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Obviously, a lot of people are expecting this team to struggle offensively, at least in the home run department. But I don't know. I was really encouraged by that first game, and I'm not worried at all. I mean, it wouldn't be the Red Sox without a slow start. It feels like every season, the Red Sox are just, contractually required to start a season slow. And while it does suck losing the first series, like yet again, it feels like we do that every single year. I really like what I saw out of that first game specifically. So,
Yeah, I agree with you. This team is gonna be really good, no doubt. But it's just like, everyone wants to start in a vibe right now. The first games and like like you said, it's kind of like a Red Sox thing now to start like that. But it's not like we're getting beaten down. Like we're losing one. It's not like we're right there. We just need to clean some things up and be better. But I don't know, man. It's like you can't do nothing much about it, and there's still a lot of guys that are still trying to figure it out. It's really early in the season.
The other thing I want to talk about too from that first game in terms of ways we're going to win games this year is the small ball. Cora in the past has been very reluctant to do small ball, such as like bunting, just, doing the little things to advance guys. We'll talk about that also when we recap game one, but I really hope that the Red Sox do small ball a lot this year because we're going to need it. Like, with no power in this offense, we're going to need to find ways to spark plug this offense, and I think that's a huge way to do that. But we're going to get into this game by game. Game one, opening day, Crochet versus Abbott. In this game, it wasn't a snooze fest, but there was no scoring until the seventh inning. It was just dominant pitching on both sides. Each side had their opportunities early offensively, but just couldn't get anything going. And, we can jump ahead. Bottom six, bases were loaded with one out against Crochet. And Crochet battled back to strike out both Suarez and Steer back to back. Steer had a 3-2 count with 2 outs and the bases loaded, and Crochet struck him out to end the inning. So Crochet went 6 scoreless innings, just as we expected. I mean, he's bound and poised to have just another great year at the top of the rotation. But you have any thoughts, any other thoughts on how Crochet pitched?
I'm actually really happy to see him pitch like the Crochet that we know. I mean, you saw him in spring training. His numbers were like really bad in spring training, but I didn't panic. He even said it that he's working on things. So I'm like, okay, hopefully. But Crochet's a beast, man. So nasty. He literally showed it right there when one out and one out, bases loaded against Suarez, and I literally said, if Suarez does damage here, it's David's fault because you like him so much. The whole offseason you were talking about him. At some point, you literally made me believe that we signed him, and I actually believed it because it was the wrong Suarez. It was Ranger Suarez.
You might want to check your phone right there. I think Craig's texting you with trade for Eugenio.
To put him where? Where are we going to put him?
Look, it's only fitting that we faced the Reds in the first series of the year after all the hype I was after all the gassing up I was doing of Suarez all offseason. I mean, look, I would have been perfectly happy if we signed him. I think it's crazy. He went almost the whole winter with being unsigned for a guy that just hit 49 homers last season. But, such as what happened. He went to the Reds, and the Red Sox, I don't even think made an offer for him. So,
good.
I've moved on, but I would have liked to see him with the Sox. But, it's what it is. We'll see how it works out for both sides. But what are your thoughts on IKF getting the opening day start? Because a lot of people had a lot of opinions about this. They thought because of the magnitude of it being opening day, that Meyer should have gotten the start, even though, it's one game out of 162 and, we're platooning. Meyer obviously struggles against lefties. That's why he didn't get the start.
Yeah, like people are overreacting about that. Like people are acting like Myers hits like 300 batting average against lefties. You see what I mean? So it's like of course he's putting IKF first to play against a lefty. Makes sense. And even though it didn't work out, But as soon there was a righty, here comes Meyer. You see what I mean? Like it worked out, but people right away, oh, you should have definitely started him since the beginning. It's like, bro, it's different point of views. No,
Right. So I'm glad we're both in agreement on that. And I mean, do people remember that 3 years ago, Corey Kluber got the opening day start over Chris Sale? And for the home opener, I think Kluber also got the nod. And Cora let Chris Sale have the day off because it was his birthday. I remember people were flipping out over that. Like, these games are cool. Like, yeah, the home opener is a fun festivity. The season opener is a fun festivity. But as we both said,
he
it's
got beat down.
it's one of 162 games.
Damn, I think the Orioles destroyed him. I'm pretty sure they did.
It was like a back and forth shootout. Yeah, we lost like 13-10. That season opener was also the home opener, right?
That was.
Everyone was like, Chris Sale should start. He's the ace. He's back. He's healthy. And then Cora's like, no, it's his birthday. Corey Kluber's going to get the start. And people were pissed.
I remember.
I think everyone happy.
I was going out with my girlfriend that day, man, and oh my god, I'm looking at it, and it's crazy because I got to see Kluber pitch with the Red Sox in Philly. And the Red Sox were in Philadelphia, and we won this game. But it was like I saw Kluber pitching; it was so funny, and I'm like, yeah, we're definitely getting destroyed here. But he actually did it. But with the Philly great offense, they like they always had. So it's like Bryce Harper hits a bomb off of him, Kyle Swagger as well. Like at some point they were like getting on top of him, and Cora had to like literally run to that mound. But we won the game, I remember. But like, man, I don't know. It's such a crazy how life could change, man. I'm literally thinking about that point of view, and it's just like, thank God that's over.
Yeah, that was a dark time.
It's sad. Like you're literally supporting the Red Sox. It doesn't matter if they're good or not. I'm still there. You know what I mean? And I think about it. I'm like, damn. If I went through that, I could literally go through anything in life. I could literally live in the jungle.
So, back to Meyer here, as you alluded to, Lewis. Meyer came off the bench, and that was just perfect timing in that first game. He got the offense going in the top of the seventh. He came in leading off, and the second pitch he saw, he drilled the deep center, past the reach of the center fielder, TJ Friedel for the Reds. And then we did some small ball. Narvaez bunted to move Meyer to third in a 0-0 game in the seventh. Rafael was the next man up, and Rafael ripped a single to center, driving in Meyer. The Red Sox got on the board, top 7, 1-0. And I think this was the perfect time to do small ball, Lewis, in my opinion, because I think people are thinking it's crazy, to bunt for Rafaela. But even if it didn't work out with Rafael in that situation, next man up is Roman Anthony. So I think perfect situation. Obviously, it worked out as anticipated with Rafael being able to do it. But if Seti were to get out there, you got 2 outs and Roman Anthony at the plate with a runner on third. He was already, I think, 3 for 3 up until that point in the game. He was already raking. I love our chances there. So I think that was a perfect use of small ball.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was very smart. I really did like it, to be honest. That's going to be a part of us. Even though I think we could do way better in the offense, and we will figure it out. And people talk about the power issue. There's going to be power. There will. Even though, if we have a healthy Myers and a healthy Roman, there's going to be power. Look at that swing of Myers, man. He swings for the fences. You know what I mean? If he just like just gotta have hit the ball good, a good swing. It just takes one good swing. You saw Connor Wong. Oh, you did. You did. You saw the good parts or the bad parts.
I saw his swings and misses in the game last night. If that's what you're talking about.
No. Today he opened. He got two singles and a double.
Okay.
He
He had
hit
three.
a ball. No, two. One double and one single.
I'll take it.
He literally hit a ball with the bar, like literally with the last part of the bat. Bro was hit it out all the way to center field. I'm like, bro, damn.
That would have been his first home run in a couple years.
I think he didn't even homer, and not even against the minors leaguers in spring training. But yeah, he got one late single and a double in center field. Literally, it looked like it was really a pop up, but it just kept going and going. I'm like, damn, Wong is a little. He's different. I mean, he scares me.
So, bottom 7 and bottom 8 of this game 1, Slayton, Whitlock hold down the fort. They keep the lead intact. And then we get to the top of the 9th. Meyer leads off the inning yet again with the hit, this time a single. And then with 2 outs and a 3-2 count, Anthony was called out on strike 3 looking, but then he challenges and the call was overturned to a ball. So Roman walks. We got first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah.
And then Duran singles to right. Or, I'm sorry. Story laces a single first. Myers scores, making it 2-0. And then Duran singles to right, driving in Roman Anthony, making it 3-0. So what a heads-up move by Roman Anthony. In that situation, we'll talk about him being in the spotlight for a different reason with ABS in the following game. But in that situation right there, Roman Anthony, what a heck of a call that was. I mean, granted, if that call was, no matter where that ball was, I think Roman Anthony is probably thinking in his head, like, I'm going to challenge this anyways because you got nothing to lose, top 9. Like, you're up 1. You get another challenge if it goes to extras. Like, I have nothing to lose. Let me just burn a challenge here. But it worked out well. And what would have ended the inning any other year before this year in baseball kept the inning going because of the new ABS, and the Red Sox were able to add 2 more insurance runs.
No, I mean, that's part of it. You see, like, imagine there was no, if that didn't exist, that inning would have never existed. And by the way, with 2 outs, that's the offense I expect from this team. That's the offense. Like how they performed in the 9th inning, that's what they expect from this team. And they will. But, like, I like the, like, passing the throw, like, Roman just walks. Here comes Story. And then here comes Jaron against the lefty as well. And I was shocked, Cora likes going to the ball, to the bench, and we have Monasterio there, but no, it worked out, and to be honest, I liked it. Pretty good. It's crazy if you take the ABS out of it, that ending would have never existed. It would have been strike 3 for Roman. Poor Roman.
And then Chapman goes 1-2-3 in the 9th against his former team, and the Red Sox win the home opener.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, the season opener. The season opener. We're not yet at the home opener, but the Red Sox win the season opener, and things are feeling good.
Yeah.
And then we go to game 2 yesterday evening, and we get Sonny Gray on the bump making his debut. What were your thoughts on Sonny's debut?
I love that people are already comparing him to Walker Buehler. Yeah. And Cody.
Fan favorite of the podcast, Walker Buehler.
Legend. Red Sox legend right there.
Chase of the Monster legend, Walker Buehler. We probably went a whole 6 or 7 straight episodes with mentioning Walker Bueller last
If
summer. I
we
feel like.
ever, if we ever invite him to a podcast, what will you ask him?
Why did you agree to come on this podcast? Knowing that we trash talked you for a whole summer.
I can imagine him. It's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. I will ask.
He's never coming on this program.
No, I wouldn't let him. Imagine he sees this. To be honest with you, I feel if I do see him, if he's in the podcast, I will definitely be like, "Why you walked so many people? Why you had no command?"
It's in his name. He puts the walk in Walker.
But he wasn't a walker when he was in the Dodgers, bro.
Yeah,
I
and then
got to see him against the Yankees for the first time. Game 1 of the series. Bro couldn't pitch 2 innings. I literally experienced that.
But bring it back to Sonny Gray. What do you think of his debut? It was 4 innings. He gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, and he threw 80 pitches.
One of them scored, like you said, the Trevor Story error. That doesn't count. At first, he seemed like a little bit like he was trying to be in the corners, but he wasn't getting it. But he figured it out, and he's a really good veteran, and he figured it out. And I think he's definitely going to have a better start than that. But even though it seemed like it was going to be a bad day for him, even though he hung in there and gave us a chance to win.
Right. That's all you can ask for. This game was tough. Red Sox would lose 6-5 in 11 innings. Walk-off single by Dane Myers in the bottom of the 11th. But for all the ugliness, we'll get to the ugliness. Before that, we had some good moments here, specifically from Wilyer Abreu. I like that eyebrow raise you just did. That was funny. Yeah, there you go. I like 2 times. Abreu, heck of a game. With 2 outs in the 9th, he ties it up with a solo shot to deep right, sending us to extras. Story also had a homer yesterday, first homer, of the Red Sox 2026 campaign. So for all this talk about power, we hit 2 home runs in game 2 of the season. So, that was good to see. Let's get to the ugly now. I'm gonna let you talk for as long as you want to talk about the ugly in this game. I think you know where we're going with this, Lewis. We're gonna let you just air out everything about how you feel about the umpiring, ABS, and all that jazz. I'll give you the floor here because I'm sure you have plenty of thoughts on this.
Well, being honest with you, I don't want like the umpire situation to be an excuse. We still have the chance to beat them. Like you look at the play that Sonny Gray did to home plate, and I don't know what he was doing that he didn't pass. He didn't throw it to Navarez right away. Like Sonny Gray, like you saw that problem that happened in home plate. If he throws it to Navarez normally, that's an out, 100%. You could count, less that makes 1 less run, and the Trevor Story situation also with the error that came to bite us. And you see, if those runs that score because of mistakes, they don't score, we would have won the game. But we also gift them, opportunities and stuff like that. So we would have been fine. Yes, the situation with the umpire is pretty annoying because you're trying to win the game, and we're down, and it's like, okay, bro, he did a terrible job, man. And I was like disgusting with. I was like talking to my brother about this. He's like, "Man, no one is perfect." I'm like, "You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be like, you know, like I feel like I could do a better job with my eyes closed. And to be honest, at this point, one of my eyes open, the other one closed. I could do a better job than him. I think it's like Trevor. He struck out Trevor Story twice. First on a pitch that even if Trevor Story tries to hit that, Trevor Story needs two bats to reach it. And then he was like, "Oh, he went," and it's like, bro, you could barely see the pitch coming. How are you gonna see Trevor Story's bat?
I've
He
never
can't
seen
do
somebody
anything.
done that before, by the way.
He thinks he's Shohei Ohtani. He does everything, but he does it wrong. But it was really frustrating, and I was just like looking, like, oh, like it's part of the game. You're gonna lose, but it also sucks because we also the errors. It's not just 100% the umpire. But yeah, that's how I feel.
So this game featured 8 ABS challenges. The Reds were a perfect 5 for 5 on their challenges, while the Sox burned both of them by the third inning. Really, the most hilarious moment for me, hilariously painful moment for me with the ABS was I forget what inning it was. It was one of the later innings, maybe the sixth or seventh. And Eugenio Suarez got called out strike three looking 2 pitches in a row, and both of them were so far off the plate. It was just ridiculous. And like, you know, I don't
That
want
was
to I don't want to pile on CB Buckner. Like I've been a Little League umpire. Obviously, it's different stakes than being an MLB umpire, but like I've been there behind the plate. That was my first ever job. You are a you are a man on an island as an umpire. Like not only does the players not really like you, the coaches don't like you, the parents don't like you. It's you versus the world as an umpire. So I empathize completely with CB Buckner, 100%. Um, that was a very hard game to watch, though, with the umpiring. But to your point, we had our opportunities as well. We can't blame it all on that. It does stink that Cora had to come out and defend his player and get ejected. That was the first ejection in the MLB this season. It took Cora just until game 2 to get ejected. But I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. He had to protect his player. Like Story was going to get tossed if Cora didn't step in. But my whole thoughts on ABS is I think it's going to be great. Like, I mean, obviously it screwed us, but I think that was a great lesson where we can't be burning, specifically Roman Anthony. He admitted he screwed up with this, but we can't be burning challenges early in the game because you're going to need them later in the game. So, I'm glad we learned that lesson in game 2 versus game 20, game 30. But I think I like the system. Do you have any issues with the rules? Like if you win the challenge, you maintain the amount of challenges you get to. You know, if you lose both of them, you don't get any back. Each team gets at least one in extra innings. I'm perfectly fine with the rules with it, honestly.
I'm fine with it too. It's just like frustrating that like yesterday was the perfect game to have your challenges, and it's like we ran out of the third inning. But it's better, like you said, it's better to go through that now than game 30. Learn from your mistakes because we're still young, we're a new group. Yeah, the season's young too.
So yeah, I mean that was pretty much it from that game. A tough loss, but another game was to be played in this series, the rubber match, which happened today, and it was Connolly Early on the bump for the Sox. Connolly Early was the youngest lefty to start a game this early in the season for the Red Sox since 1967. How about that for a fun fact?
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And he would do everything he could I don't. I mean, I didn't see the game today, but just looking at the stat line, 5.1 innings of 1 run ball, got 5 strikeouts. I mean, I'll take that stat line any day of the week from Connolly Early.
Of course, yeah. He did an amazing job. He literally what he was doing last year, he's still doing the same. Looks the same. He, looks stronger, so that's a good thing as well. But like, it's frustrating that after having such a very nice performance like that, Craig, you know who had to ruin it.
I mean, also missed opportunities again for the Sox today.
Yeah.
0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. So that stings. I mean, again, it's only game 3, but we gotta. I cannot put up with another year of the Red Sox not, batting runners in scoring position. Like, we can't go through this again.
At some point, we're gonna be like, "Oh, it's just game 50," but
it's just game 100. It's just game 150.
It's game 150, but we gotta stop doing this.
I mean, heck, I'd rather bunt with 2 strikes sometimes than watch guys swing the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's do some safety squeezes or suicide squeezes to get some runs in rather than seeing guys swing the bat. I mean,
yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot more small ball this year because this offense. I could be completely wrong, but this offense is going to have to get creative to score.
Oh, they're figure it out. They'll be fine.
Right. See, there's that optimism again. That's what I like to hear out of you.
Yeah. If I have to panic when I panic, that's when we should panic.
Right. But Abreu, again, homered for the second straight day. 2-run shot in the 4th inning to give the Red Sox a 2-0 lead. He was arguably, I mean, I would give it to either Meyer or him, were the best players of the Red Sox in the series. 6 for 13. Abreu went 6 for 13 in the series with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. I mean, he just looks like a machine. He looks, I thought he was always in good shape. He just looks in amazing shape in the WBC coming into this season. I mean, I think we've been hyping him up. I think we've both been hyping him up all off season. Like, I think Abreu is about to have a monster year.
No, yeah. He definitely learned from last year, those swing and misses with fastballs. It's like his swing looks more shown up. Like it kind of looks like he knows that he doesn't have to have a long swing and swing at 100 miles per hour. No, you just gotta hit it with a good part of the bat, and that's it. You're gonna be fine. And his mechanics is better. He looks slimmer, skinnier, so also that helps out. Looks faster as well. But yeah, he is. I expect him to be good like this. I'm not shocked.
And the Red Sox lead would be short-lived, unfortunately, as in the 6th inning, Eugenio Suarez took Weiser deep, 3-run shot on a count of balls and 2 strikes. And that was the swing that won the Reds the game, as they'd win this one 3-2. So they would win the game on that one swing from the fan favorite of the Chase the Monster podcast, Eugenio Suarez. And they'd end up winning the series that way again. And Red Sox dropped 2 of their first 3. But one other, on a positive note here, while we're thinking about that, Roman Anthony made some history this weekend as he joined Ted Williams as one of the only Red Sox players 21 or younger to reach base 6 times in the first 2 games of a season. Could we be seeing Roman Anthony get MVP and Rookie of the Year votes? Or is he out? Or no, I'm sorry. He's not eligible for Rookie of the Year. But could we see Roman Anthony get MVP votes this year?
I mean, if he keeps playing like that, hell yeah. For sure. Like, Roman's different. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, did we lose you? Oh, you're back, I think. I can see you. Can you hear me? Okay,
Yeah.
I think we're back. Well, yeah, I mean, if Roman Anthony can keep playing like this and keep staying healthy, I think absolutely he has a chance to get MVP votes this season. I mean, just can't say enough good things about Roman Anthony. Um, so we'll have to see how that goes. Red Sox are starting a series tomorrow night against the Astros on the road again in Houston. Uh, Ranger Suarez is making his Red Sox debut tomorrow night at 8:10 p.m. Brian Bayo's making a season debut Tuesday at 8:10, and then on getaway day, it's Garrett Crochet on the bump again for the Red Sox against the Astros before they head home to play in front of the Fenway faithful on Friday. So that is pretty much going to do it for this recap. Oh, never mind. Okay,
Sorry.
I was about to wrap things up, but no, let's keep this going.
No, we can wrap it up. But that question you asked me, yes, I expect him to get votes, but he got to keep performing like that. It's a long season. It's going to be his first full season if he stays healthy, But he got to prove that he could do that whole year. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's good, but it's going to be tough as a whole. It's different than he only played 70 games.
Oh, did we lose you again? Oh, you're back.
He only played 70 games last year, so it's like we got to see how he does on 162. But he should definitely get some votes. He's amazing.
So, before we wrap up, what are your thoughts on this next series against Houston? We're playing tomorrow night at 8:10, Tuesday at 8:10 as well, and then Wednesday at 2:10 p.m. on getaway day. We have on the bump tomorrow Ranger Suarez. Tuesday it's Bayo, and then Wednesday it's back to Crochet. Oh no, you're frozen again. Well, we'll see. I mean, oh no, you're moving slowly. You're back, but blurry. Can you hear me? So we'll see if Lewis can get back in here, but obviously would like for the Red Sox to bounce back and just win the series. I mean, get back to 500. If we can do that, that'd be great. Give the fans something to cheer about heading into the home opener against San Diego later this week. So that is going to do it, I think, for this recap. We'll see if Lewis comes back in here, but if not, I can just wrap us up here. Reds got the best of the Red Sox, but the Red Sox have a chance to redeem themselves in the second series of the year against Houston. Don't sweat it, guys. Early in the season, we got 159 more games to go, so I'm sure the Red Sox will be able to figure it out. But we'll be back to recap the Astro series sometime Wednesday afternoon, and we'll talk to you guys then. If you like these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and we'll be back talking to you guys soon. Have a good one, guys. Take care.